Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, it's not looking good for Man United. Just when we thought we had a firm grip on winning ways, all of it flew away again. We can't win. I think it's now confirmed. I think we have to live with the fact that we can't win. We can't win two games in a row. That you, as a fan, you have to do away with that as soon as possible. Just don't put so much belief in that phrase because you'll never hear Man United win two games in a row currently. Ruben Amorim just won two home games in a row the other day as we beat Chelsea. Then we thought we can maybe let's take it to the next level where we maybe have two wins in a row, regardless of whether it's home or it's away. We have gone to Brentford, Gtech Community Stadium. We don't win there more often. Away games, four of the last games now we've conceded, I don't know how many goals. Today we just conceded 3 goals. Bruno Fernandes missed a penalty. Their first goal was a very, very big defensive error. It reminds me of that Haaland goal. And moving on forward, I don't like when we concede goals from mistakes that we've seen before. These are some of the things that we have to do away with. We can't keep on conceding goals, familiar goals that we are familiar with. We've conceded the goal against Man City that day that we gave Haaland the best prolific striker in the Premier League, all that room. Today, at the first goal, we thought it was offside, but he still had enough room. How do you make a run from the midfield from the midfield and up to the goalpost and then you score? It's not adding up. That defense need to up their game. The second goal that Bindir almost made a double save. The positioning of the defenders, where were they? They had to clear the ball. It reminds me of a similar part where we almost conceded a goal in the same manner, but Luke Shaw cleared the ball. That was good because that is how the positioning should be. But all in all, it's looking bad for Amorim. Every time we win, every time we lose these games, then the conversation starts. The system starts to arise. The conversations around the system, conversations around the manager, is now lost more than half of the games. Last 15 games, we have, is it 3 wins or is it 9 wins or is it, I don't even know the statistic of Amorim in the last 15 Premier League games, but it's awful. It's not impressive at all. So we've talked about Brentford dominance at home. Every time we go there, it's not a good result. The last time I talked in the video about Brentford, I talked about us launching our new kit normally. It's like now it's become history. When we launch our new kit at Gtech Community Stadium, we're going to concede not less than 3 goals. So we've talked also about the defense. Bindir had a good start to the game. Yeah, making some good saves because of his height, because we were so vulnerable because of those Brentford's long throws. But Bindir was able to deal with them. Bindir and Maguire were able to deal with them. Bindir making some good saves from some very, very, very decisive, very, very lethal headers from the Brentford players. But I think he started well. But again, about this was it the third goal. That should have not gone in. A goalkeeper like Binded, given the height that he has, he shouldn't be conceding such goals. It's just stretch your hand and fly, man. What's wrong with Binded? You had started the game really well, but then the third goal was never something that was supposed to go in. So I think brought in a new goalkeeper, Lamens. Ruben Amorim still wants a more experienced goalkeeper. He doesn't want to give Lamens playtime. Players, he doesn't want to play players in their position. Yeah, I understand Amad Diallo was out because of maybe he had a family issue back at home. Mazraoui out injured until after the international break. But how do you handle that? How do you deal with that? Yeah, front three, I have no problem with that. I think the only thing we're happy about in this game is that Sesko got to open his account. In the third time of asking, Sesko opened his account in that game. After that, you all know the goal that he scored. But it's after the 15th attempt. He's attempted 15 times to open his account, but on the 15th time, he opened his account. I think that is the only thing that impressed me in that game. I think that is the only thing that we can be happy about. That Sesko actually scored a goal for Man United. Then Amorim, I think I fear for Amorim. Man United, yeah, they said they support Amorim. When he was asked, you had a meeting with the Man United board. What was the meeting about? Was saying, they were just offering me a new contract. I mean, they support me. They, like there's just trying to be nice around Amorim. But I believe Amorim has to win games. I fear for Amorim. If it goes like this, I don't know where we're going to be when we hit November. But I think Amorim has to start winning games. This manager is not flexible enough. Yeah, your system, your philosophy, it's yours. You have to use it. You know how you know how to use it. You know the weaknesses and the strengths. You know when to, adapt. But this manager doesn't do any of that. Doesn't adapt. Is not flexible enough. 3-4-3. This is not the first time I'm talking about this system. I myself have talked about the system many of the times, but I'm not saying it's bad. We need to, it's never about the system. I mean, there's a lot of problems. There's the players in there. There's the system itself. There's a lot of problems. There's the manager himself. But it's okay to be flexible. It's okay to adapt when you see it's not going quite well. And to make it worse, we concede another goal on top of that, and then you don't make any changes. I'm not talking about substitutes. I'm talking about tweaking it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Be flexible, Amorim. Please be flexible. I fear for Amorim. If this goes on, if we continue losing the games like this, it's like we're going to be winning against just once, then we continue the real Man United. After the players feel like the fans are now hurting more, they win a game once and then back to the streets. It's like now it's becoming a trend around Man United, and that should not be the case. So Amorim, 3-4-3, we're 2-1 down, we're 2-0 down. Sesko had to try 3 times to get that ball in the back of the net. He himself was very angry. Be flexible and tweak it a little bit for the rest of the game. In the next match, you always say, waiting for the next match after this Brentford game. You say, yeah, it was a good game. Yeah, you see, we have to win more. We have to, be alert. We have to be aggressive. We have to run more for the ball. We have to show that we are hungry for the ball. And like I always say, focus on the next game. That is how this gaffer always talks about. But let's be flexible, Mr. Amorim. Please be flexible. Tweak it a little bit in the middle of the game. Come the next match, start with the 3-4-3. Make notes on what happened when you tweak the game. So I think Amorim needs to really do a lot about this in terms of this system. He said he is open to changing, but when the right time comes, when will the right time come? And also he added, hopefully he'll get the time to change it. The big question is, will he get the time to change that system? That's the big question. Bruno Fernandes missed another penalty in the space of I don't know how many weeks. The other at Craven Cottage, where these are very decisive penalties. We were a goal down at Craven Cottage, he missed the penalty. We were a goal down today at Gtech Stadium, he missed the penalty. We ended up conceding another goal. If you look at those 2 penalties, and when Bruno Fernandes puts the ball in the back of the net, then it's a game changer, But the moment he doesn't put the ball in the back of the net, then that will also lowers his self-esteem. The team's self-esteem at large is lowered. Then we can't get a better result in that mood. That's Man United in a nutshell. Anyway, remember to subscribe, like and share the video. Follow my Instagram, follow TikTok. All the links are in the YouTube channel. See you in the next video. But it's not looking good, United fans, not looking good.